Good afternoon, everybody. This is the backyard crawler coming at you again here. I know it's been a while, and there's been a reason for it. I'll try to explain everything that's been going on in this little video right here. Nothing bad. My wife and I just bought another home about 20 minutes away from where all my other videos were filmed at. And while moving the home didn't take but about a month, the actual crawler course move took about 3 months. And so, you know, when you accumulate 7 years worth of rocks, it takes quite an amount of time to move them all to another location. So that's basically what I've been busy doing, and they're kind of placed out here on the side of the driveway right now. And I'll switch the camera around in a minute and show you, you know, the house and what I've got done and what my future plans are here. And we've got, you know, where I lived at before, I only had about I don't know, not even a half acre of land, and we've got a couple acres here, and a lot of it's wooded. So I've got a lot more potential for a lot more obstacles and things to work with. Got a lot of natural rocks here, and we've got a lot more room, you know, for all of our other things that we have going on. So if you'll give me just a second here, I'll switch this camera around and I'll kind of show you what's going on here, and I'll show you a recent build I've done, and we'll get this little truck I've got out here and run it a little bit and give you an idea what's going on. So hang on just one second. All right, everybody, so this is our new home. We are in Rome, Georgia, by the way. We're in a area called Twickenham, and we bought this house and a couple acres surrounding it, and this down here is going to be where I'm building my new crawler course. Now I've already got some things going on kind of off in the distance over there. Got a nice bank right here to do a lot of work with, and as you can see, all these rocks down the side of the driveway we moved down here from my prior home. Now I had quite a interesting little crawler course at my other house. You know, had a lot of people that came over on the weekends, and we all had some good times, had some competition, and I'm only about 18 minutes away from, you know, where we lived at, so all the same guys are still coming over, and we'll eventually be back to filming and doing just like I was before. I've actually got more room in here for my rock crawlers and places to work on them now. And by the way, in case you didn't know it, I do like real cars too. Got an 83 Trans Am right here that I built. It's got a DZ302 out of a 69 Camaro in it. I've got an 87 Corvette over here. It's got about 40,000 original miles on it. This is a my most recent build right here. It's a copy of the it's the Amazon version of the Poised Kill Mode, I guess. I couldn't afford the $180 chassis for the Poised, or didn't want to spend that much, I guess would be a better way to put it. So I done the $39 Amazon one right here, and it's turned out really good. I done the Secure Outrunner, Desert Lizard shocks, and by the way, it's starting to rain out here as I'm filming this. Just came out of nowhere, but we're going to keep on going. I actually have a swing over here. You can kind of get a look at my trucks that I have. I've got a nice shelf with them all on it, and I'm having to sneak by my car right here to get in to get a video of it. Still got a lot of things going on in here. It's kind of got all cluttered up, but anyway, this has worked out really nice, having these things where I can get to them a lot easier, and you know, not have to dig them out. And naturally, we got the same crew of cats. I think, you know, any of y'all's got cats know they got to be on the car. And but anyway, I'm gonna wrap this little video up right here, and we will, as soon as this rain clears out, I will get out here and we'll take this little copycat Poised and do a little filming with it and see how it goes. All right, so here we are back out here. That little rain shower event turned into about a 3-hour downpour. The sun is out now, and I'm gonna get out here and see if I can finish up this video and run this new little rig I just built. As I mentioned earlier, a buddy of mine was up at the Boneyard in Demarest, Georgia, and he won one of the Poised chassis kits up there on a ticket draw, and he built it, and I wanted to keep up with the Joneses per se. I am a Jones, by the way, in case you didn't know it. But anyway, so I bought one of the cheaper versions on Amazon, and went a little different route than he did, and as well as a couple of friends of mine that come out to crawl with me. They all built their trucks just absolutely as super light as you could go. And I actually ran across a deal on a set of all metal Capra axles. So I went a little different route than they did. Mine's considerably heavier than theirs. I am running the secure outboard motor. I think they went with the Holmes Hobby setup. I've got the Enjorna low profile steering servo so I could get the battery right behind it. Obviously the J Concepts ruptures, probably my favorite tires in the world. And I don't know what the brand name is. It's some type of Amazon transmission, which has worked out really good. I went with the adjustable length drive shafts, which I didn't know much about before I bought them, but been very pleased with them. But anyway, listen, I'm gonna put the body on this truck and we'll get out here and try and stay out of the mud and run a few lines, and we'll see you back in just a second. All right, so here we go. Let's give this old Amazon kill mode a run right here. I don't know what to call it. It don't have a name. But anyway, you know, I'm gonna try and run some lines I've done previously with it. Don't know how they'll do with the rocks being wet and the ground being wet out here, but we'll give it a try and see how it does. I can tell you, if you're thinking about building one of these trucks right here, there's certain things that they excel at and they have their advantages on, and there's certain things that they do not. One thing that they are very good at is getting up very steep climbs on the side of a rock like this right here. As you can see, it looks like it's going to go pretty doggone easy. Now I will say this, one thing it is not good at. While they do have a really good rollover when you get to the top of a climb, obviously they are a very low center of gravity chassis. And with that being said, they definitely get hung up on rocks and sticks and things like that, you know, that a crawler like a VRD or a Red Cat or something like that does not. So that is something to definitely take into consideration if you're wanting to build one of these trucks right here. If your plan is to just get up the side of a rock, you can't go wrong with this. If you're out running over, you know, obstacles that have a high top on them, or, you know, things that are not just natural rocks outside per se, more like just a large rock with rolling climbs and drops on it, this is definitely the way to go. Things like this right here will grab this belly and hang this truck up every single time, and it actually gets kind of frustrating. But anyway, let's roll around here to the other side and see what we can do. So far, I don't think the tires have got too wet yet. It seems to be doing pretty good. Here we go. We'll roll over this sharp edge. Now, this is where this truck really excels, is rolling over this sharp edge right here. And to come down a steep traverse like this and get out of it without the front end getting stuck. Got very high entry point levels on the front and exits on the rear. That worked out pretty good. I didn't trim my body quite as high as some of the other guys do, so it's getting hung up a little bit there. This is pretty impressive. Get one of my balance port wire tucked in there too good. I need to tuck that in just a minute. I am running a 36% overdrive. I started out with a no overdrive at all, and I ran every obstacle out here I could. And I will say this, I don't think the overdrive done one thing whatsoever, other than cause the back end to drag down when you're pulling off. You can see how it's pulling the back end down now. So just in my opinion, overdrive's not always the way to go. I had several obstacles out here that I was 95% to getting to the top of them, and I thought, well, the overdrive will put it up there, but it did not. I wouldn't say it helped it one bit. Maybe it helped it on turning a little bit, I guess everybody's got different opinions on overdrive and different situations and scenarios that may or may not work. I don't know. I'm not sold on it myself. Matter of fact, I may very well take it out and go back to the no overdrive at all, because it also puts a load on the motor, pulling with the front tires actually pulling the back ones. And I've noticed that my motor gets hotter running this the overdrive. I might even drop down to a 13%. But as I stated, I can't tell that it made any difference whatsoever as far as helping it climb. I guess if you're looking for a little bit tighter steering radius, that may be definitely an advantage point to you. Now this is something brand new right here. I haven't even been over yet, so we'll see how this does. This is typically where these trucks don't do so well, where the chassis get hung up on them. But it looks like this one's going to get right down here. All right, pretty happy with that right there. All right, so I'm gonna move over to the other side of the yard. We'll see you in just a second. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can walk this thing up this little concrete pathway I got up the side of the bank over here. I think it'll get it pretty easy. Yeah, no problem at all. Tires are wet, but it's doing just fine. We'll get through the muscadine vines up here, and then we'll head across to the other side of the street. I don't know if you can see, we got a Tyrannosaurus Rex over there off in the distance. Let's head over to him and see what we can get into over there. Okay, we made it over here to Jurassic Mountain. So we'll see if we can slide in down here to the left, this old T-Rex, and get up this little crack and get out of here before he snatches somebody out of the car. Now this secure motor, it's not a sensor motor like the Holmes Hobby one is, but it sure does crawl good. It doesn't cog, and it definitely maintains speed when you come to an obstacle without having to give it more throttle. There we go. This thing's got a tremendous amount of flex. Let's slide in here behind the dinosaur and see if we can get up a couple more of these little obstacles. Doing better than I thought it would with the rocks being wet and the ground being damp. All right, that worked out pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna pick this thing up and carry it over to another couple of little more obstacles I got on the other side of the yard, and I'll see you in just a second. All right, here we go. We up on the corner now. We got 3 little slick logs right here. Got a mountain lion over here helping us out. Got another rock pile on the left. Let's see if we can get across these things with these ruptures. I think we're gonna be able to get it. The mountain lion done stepped up here. Let's see if she's gonna let us by. All right, I believe we got this. These over here, these rocks, see if we can get across them without too much trouble. This thing's pretty doggone impressive climbing. Even dragging a limb behind it. Uh-oh, I got my rear axle hung up on that sharp point there. Couldn't get it this time. There it is. See if they drop off this side right here without flipping over. Yeah. All right, so that's going to wrap it up there with a little Amazon poised, and just like I said, we just want to give everybody a little update on what's going on, and hopefully I'll be back to making videos on a regular basis pretty soon, and including some of my buddies that come out here with us and their rigs. And anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Incident.